Hey everybody, and welcome to Project Premium Harvest. My name is Matt. Happy New Year. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the project's results for the month of December. We're going to talk about my portfolio overview. We're going to discuss how much premium I have made in December. We're going to talk about the HELOC loan repayment process, and that is it. Let's get started. All right, guys, I'm going to throw myself in the corner over here and then discuss what this project is about and talk about my portfolio overview. So for all the new subscribers here, I took an $80,000 HELOC loan against a rental property I own. I took that $80,000 cash, threw it into Robinhood, borrowed against it, and here I am today. Now let's talk about the account. So currently, my account is showing at $92,610, right? This isn't how much I have in investments. This is just if I sold out of all of my Robinhood investments, would be what is left over, and it would be my cash, right? But if you looked at the total value I have invested, it's like $200,000. So the main reason why I like to show my portfolio overview from the brokerage view, aka Robinhood, is because I like to be as transparent as possible, right? One of my biggest pet peeves as someone that ingests YouTube and thoroughly enjoys it, that is my main source of entertainment. I do not like it when people are hiding their account values and how much premium they're actually making, right? So I'm showing it because I like full transparency of my wins, losses, and everything. Just wanted to get that out there. All right, guys, the moment you have all been waiting for, the December distributions, right? So I'm going to talk about each individual payment per week, and I'm going to discuss the factors that led to that payment, right? So for December 6th, I didn't really have a big premium payment because I was still heavily invested in nvdy, and it was only paid out in the second week of the months. They're a Group B payer for yieldmax. So the premium is pretty low, but I was investing like a low amount of xdte and rdte at the time. But December 13th, obviously you guys can see it was a massive payment, right? From nvdy alone, I got paid about $7,200, which was fantastic. It was awesome. And the other $400 remaining was like the xdte, rdte, and ymax payments, right? And then December 20th I got paid $976.57, which was nothing too spectacular. But the one thing I want to note here is this is where I started transitioning my portfolio from being heavily invested in nvdy to kind of spreading out the load between more shares of xdte, rdte, ymax, because there was a bit of a market correction. And because I owned so many shares of nvdy at that time, December 20th, I think I owned about 7,000 shares. The price dropped like $2. And so I had 7,000. No, it was like $2.50. And so I had a stop loss set so that if it went to a certain threshold, it would sell out, and nvdy hit that threshold. So I sold out. And then so I definitely took a loss in that regard. But I don't necessarily look at it as a bad thing. I'm going to use that loss for tax harvesting this year because I did make about $66,000 in premiums and trading. So that will lower the cost burden that I'm going to have to pay out of my pocket for the taxes. But then because of that sell, then I reallocated that money to xdte, rdte, ymax, kurv, and things of that nature. And then my payment for December 27th was $1,069. From the premium I was paid, it was actually $2,200, but because of the nvdy fiasco, I lost about $2,000 from a profit hit and run I was trying to do. So I incorporated that into this payment. So I was actually, for the last week of December, negative $1,158. So that's kind of the overview. And if you combine all of that weekly premium together, it's $9,690.34. So pretty high number. One of the highest ones I've had in a while conducting this project for the last 7 months. All right, guys, there's two more things I want to talk about before I wrap up this video, right? One of them is my HELOC loan repayment process. And when I first started this project, I was heavily invested into nvdy, where I was making a ton of premium. So I was paying off this HELOC loan pretty fast. But, fast forward to, a week or 2 weeks ago, when the market took a little bit of a correction and I lost, $14,000 because of a stop limit as executed. And then I kind of reallocated funds accordingly, right? So in this project, I paid it back about $32,000 in the last 7 months. And then moving forward, I'm not going to pay back as much money. So moving forward, I'm going to try to put like double or triple the minimum monthly payment for the HELOC loan, which is about $800, right? If I can get about $3,000 and send it towards that HELOC payment, I'll end up having to pay back this loan by June of 2026. And then anything that isn't paying back the loan, I'm just going to reinvest it into itself. Like if they're xdte, rdte, ymax, and things of that nature. So that's kind of like the thought process. So, you know, June of 26 is 18 months from now. But when I was doing the heavily invested in the nvdy process, I was about 11 months away, but I definitely think it's a little bit more risky. And I'd rather just have a more broad strategy. All right. And the last thing I want to talk about is my net account value. As the project has progressed, you know, it started about, you know, $24,000, has been hovering up and down due to the volatility of, you know, income ETFs. The highest point it was at was about last month in November when the account was at $58,000. Currently, with my Robinhood share price of $92,000 and you subtract the HELOC loan, I'm currently at a net of $41,000, right? So I'm going to explain why I took out the HELOC loan in the first place, because the goal with this account is not to use any of my own money. It's to borrow somebody else's money to make that income stream, right? So if I scroll up here, we're talking about taxes, so not really what I'm looking for. So for me to borrow about, you know, the HELOC loan of $80,000 plus margin, it cost me in the last 7 months only about $7,000, right? But in that $7,000, if you subtract all the minimum debt payments and the, you know, Robinhood Gold, the margin costs, I've netted about $52,000 of premium, right? So if I took out zero debt, I would not have made $52,000 of net profit, right? But because I was willing to take the risk and run the specific project, now that net gain is $52,000. But, you know, I also have to pay the tax man. So just to kind of blanket, you know, set money aside, I'm calculating for about 35% tax bracket. So I should save about $21,000 for taxes come April 15th. But yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. The December premium was very high. However, just the market conditions definitely tanked my account value a little bit. However, I'm very optimistic for 2025 to be another bull market. So we will continue moving forward. Yeah, but let me know what you guys think in the comment sections. What was your premium? What were your distributions? Enjoy your journey out there. Have fun. Love you guys. Peace out. Matt out.